Hi, boys and girls. So today we are going to watch a very short video and lesson to help you complete 12-2 of your packet. This is all about fractions and regions, which we spent a good portion of the school year on. So this will be a nice refresher for you. So let's go ahead and get started.
Mr. Peters served part of a pan of enchilada casserole to a friend. What does each part of the whole pan of casserole represent? What part was served? What part is left?
All these parts look pretty tasty, that's for sure.
In this problem, what is the whole? The whole is the whole pan of enchilada casserole. Into how many equal parts did Mr. Peters cut the whole pan of casserole? What fraction is assigned to each part? How do you know? Mr. Peters cut the whole pan of casserole into 6 equal parts. The fraction 1/6 is assigned to each part because there are 6 equal parts.
So boys and girls, when I am looking at this delicious pan of casserole, when they are saying there are 6 equal parts, they took the whole casserole and split it or partitioned or cut it up into 6 equal parts. That way everybody has a fair share. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 equal parts, which means I could label one part with 1/6, another part with 1/6, and another part, and I would keep doing that. Let's continue.
The whole casserole is divided into 6 equal parts. Each part is 1/6 of the whole.
So when they say that, this, like I said in the last pause, this is 1/6, this is 1/6, this is 1/6, and so on.
You can use fractions to represent more than one of the equal parts. 6 copies of 1/6 is 6/6. So the whole is 6/6.
When he is saying that, what he means is when he says you can use fractions to represent more than one of the equal parts, if I label these, I'll use blue. This would be 1/6, like I said before. This would be 1/6. This would be 1/6. And if I kept doing that, if I kept labeling all of these parts with that fraction and I added all of them up, what would they equal? They would equal 6/6. It's a little bit of a tongue twister because you have 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, 5/6, 6/6, which is the same as a whole, just like they said up top. All right, I have to erase this, unfortunately, or else it'll carry on to the next slide. So all of our beautiful work is going away really quick, but that's okay. I'm going to keep on trucking and learn some more. So let's go.
The unit fraction is 1/6. Which part of a fraction tells the number of copies of the unit fraction?
Select your answer.
So the answer we would pick is numerator.
The numerator is the number of copies of the unit fraction. 2 copies of 1/6 is 2/6. 2/6 of the casserole was served. 4 copies of 1/6 is 4/6. 4/6 of the casserole is left.
Okay, boys and girls. So now that we have some review under our belts from what we learned during the school year, I am now going to show you what your page looks like. So you are now taking what you just learned in the video, what you remember from the school year, to complete 12-2. That looks like this. So just like we learned in the video, one of the parts, 1, is our unit fraction. Our numerator is going to represent more than one of those copies, or sometimes it is just one copy. So for example, in this model here, the unit fraction would be 1/4. That's each part that makes up that whole, but they shaded in two. So now if they want to know how many parts are shaded, it would be 2/4, because just like the little boy is saying, 2 copies of 1/4 is 2/4. So down here in your directions, it actually wants you to do two things. And I am going to color code these directions for you. The first thing is they want you to write the unit fraction that represents each part of the whole. So let's do that first. So unit fraction for each part. So just one part that makes up the whole would be labeled with 1/8. That is my unit fraction for this model, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equal parts, but the unit fraction is just one of those parts. But my next direction then is to next write the number of shaded parts. Shaded parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you have a third job. And the third job we're going to do in, let's do this pretty green. Then write the fraction of the whole that is shaded. So it's going to be 7, just like the whole number 7, but they want a fraction. So remember, my numerator is the number of those copies, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and my denominator is the parts that make up that whole. So just be careful. For this page, you have 3 things to do. I'm going to go over that one more time for you. I'm going to circle them here. You have to do the unit fraction. You have to do the number, a whole number that is shaded, and then you have to do a fraction of what is shaded. So hopefully those directions will help you complete this page. I hope everybody is doing wonderful, and take care.